we do have real guidance. Yes, the law is evolving, but not everything is new. Some things have been done from time immemorial. And we have guidance from the FTC and at law for at least certain types of native advertising. And Mary can take us through a little bit of that, if you would.
Sure. So when it is advertising, and that's the question that we're going to get into more deeply later, you know, what are the factors that we consider in determining whether something is commercial speech? And because it could be advertising, but not necessarily commercial speech, right? Like political ads. But assuming it is commercial speech, it's that kind of advertising, then the Commission has been very clear that promotional messages, commercial promotional messages, have to be identifiable as such. And that can be done in many different ways, and it will depend upon the context. And so, for example, the traditional advertorial that you would see in a newspaper or magazine that's labeled advertisement, or the disclosures and infomercials that this is a commercial message brought to you by so-and-so. And more recently, and actually not so recently, because we first sent letters to the search engines back in 2002, and we updated that guidance last year about the need to clearly indicate which of the displays when on the search engine results page are paid ads and which are the organic or natural results from the consumer search. And we were seeing over time, you know, it was less and less clear, and so we had offered some guidance about how to make that clear, whether it's through shading or borders or labels. But the whole idea that underlies all of it is that these promotional messages should be clearly identifiable to consumers as promotional messages so they know when they're seeing an ad.
So to some degree, what we've seen in the native space, as we saw with search and promoted listings, is we're beginning to forget. We're also busy calling content something new that sometimes it really isn't, and the rules apply. And let's not forget to use the rules we've been using for 30 years. And I think to some degree that was the message here, just as with the .com guidance, which again, new space, but old rules for how to disclose, or the endorsement guidelines, which have always said if there's a material connection, tell people what it is. And that's whether it's social media marketing or it's an old-fashioned ad or whatever else may apply.